to show you really quickly how to add an image to a Word document and make the text in the Word document go around that image. So what I've got here are is the discussion forum assignment description, and I've just added a picture up here, an image up here. And right now I've added it just the way that it was already formatted, the way most pictures are formatted, which means that when I move it around, it just sort of makes a mess. It doesn't wrap well with the text, and it just pushes everything around. So I need to reformat it. If I want, let's say, this text to go around it to the right, what I'm going to do is, if you're in a PC, if you're in a Windows PC, then you can just right-click. If you're in a Mac, you double-click. And one of your options will be to format picture. So I'm going to click on format picture, and then one of the options you'll see, and it may not look exactly the way mine looks here because I'm in a Mac, and most of you probably don't work in a Mac, but one of the options is always layout. So I'm going to go ahead and click on layout right there, and then regardless of whether you're in Windows or if you're on a Mac, you're going to get these options. A picture is almost always formatted as in line with text when you first put it into your document, which is why when we move it around like I just did, the text goes above it and below it, sometimes gets a little bit to the side of it, but sort of makes a mess. The other options that we can choose are square, and if we clicked on that, and I'll click on it and see what you can kind of look over here and see what the text does. If I click on that, all the text goes around it. The picture's far enough over to the left so that none of the text goes to the left. Another option is tight, and tight is actually something you'd use if your picture wasn't square shaped or rectangular shaped like ours is. If there were little grooves in it and you wanted the text to go into those grooves. You can also click behind text, which would put the image right behind all your text, which you usually don't want. And you can choose in front of text, which pulls the image out but covers up the text, and we don't want that either. So I'm going to click square, and then I can click horizontal alignment, saying that I want the picture over to the left, or I want it over to the right, or I want us to keep it in the middle. If I keep it at other, then I can control it with my mouse. So I'm just going to keep it with other, and then I'm going to click OK. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller, and now you see as I move it, the text stays right there to the right of it. If I could move it over, and if the image is centered now, some of the text goes to the right, some goes to the left. If there was more text right here, some of it would go above, and actually the title does, some would go below. I like it right there. I think that looks nice, it looks professional. The opening heading is right there next to it with the text, and I actually have another image right below it that takes up the width of the page, and I think that looks good. So for those of you who aren't quite sure, once you put an image into your Word document, how to make that image or control that image so that you can move it to where you want to move it, that's how you do it.